Good evening, everybody. I'm Carolyn Casson, President and CEO of Michigan Women Forward. It's my pleasure to welcome you to WomanUp Business Plan and Pitch Competition. Now, this is the 6th year that we've been doing these pitch competitions statewide, and they're for women only. We're very pleased to be holding our 4th pitch competition in Jackson. It looks a little different than it has in years past because we used to gather together and the excitement in the room was palpable. This year, we're going to be doing something different. We're going to be holding a virtual pitch competition. But that didn't stop 150 women from across the state to submit their 2-page business concept paper back in October. With the help of volunteer reviewers, an entire army of women and men who reviewed these papers, we narrowed it down to 26 finalists. So every single person that you're going to hear tonight are one of 8 semifinalists. You're going to hear them pitch tonight. But before we jump into the pitches, I want to take a minute to make sure that you have a chance to meet the people who will be judging them. Each of these judges comes from a company that has been extremely supportive to Michigan Women Forward and to our Women's Entrepreneur Initiative. We have a global company, we have a national company, a national bank, and a statewide organization. So as I call your name, why don't you let us know what you do when you're not judging pitching competitions? And we look forward to a very exciting evening. Roger Curtis.
Good evening. Hi, I am the Vice President of Public Affairs for Consumers Energy, and this is my 2nd year being a judge, and I am so honored and blessed to be asked to do this because I fell in love with it last year. I'm just in love with it, and I can't wait for tonight's pitches. I'm so excited.
And thank you, Consumers Energy, for funding the prize money that all of these people are pitching for tonight. Kim Kirsten.
Hi there. I'm Kim Kirsten, and I'm the Director of Business Banking in the state of Michigan. And I just want to say I'm very excited to be here, and congratulations to all the finalists.
Kim's with Comerica Bank, and Comerica gives us loan dollars so that we can loan out to women entrepreneurs throughout the state. So thank you.
Thank you.
And last but certainly not least, Deborah Wall.
Hi, everyone. I'm Deborah Wall. I'm the Global Chief Marketing Officer for General Motors. Really excited to be here with everyone today because it's always been my passion. So many women helped me as I was going through my career, so I can't wait to see what we can do to help you tonight.
And thanks to General Motors, who gives us support for almost the last 30 years. General Motors has a big commitment to women, right? From the top, all throughout the company.
Absolutely.
So thank you for agreeing to spend the evening with us. But the judges have been hard at work for the last few weeks anyway. They have already reviewed each of the finalists' 10-page business plan, which accounts for 60% of their final score. And they're now about to hear the pitch, which will count for 40% of the score. Each finalist is going to have 3 minutes to pitch and up to 5 minutes for the judges to ask them some questions. Judges, are you ready? All right, let's get started.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Ellie Drain, Director of Events for Michigan Women Forward, and we are really excited to get this going. So I'm going to bring in our timer, Laura Tomasi Miller. So she'll be keeping us on track tonight. And then we are going to kick it off with our lifestyle category. So we'll have 4 pitches in the lifestyle, and a little bit later, we're going to have 4 pitches in the growth category. A lot of people wonder, when do I get to vote? Once you've heard all 8, we'll walk you through how you get to vote for your audience choice winner. So be paying attention because you are going to decide who gets $1,000 a little bit later this evening. All right, with that, I'm going to bring in our first finalist, Elizabeth Gray. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you doing?
Good. Hi, everyone.
Great to see you. Elizabeth, comes at us from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. She is in Wakefield tonight. So fun fact, she is the furthest away. I Googled it, 563 miles. How about that? So Elizabeth, welcome. I know that you have a PowerPoint to share with us. So can you see it on your screen, your PowerPoint?
Yes.
I can. Yep.
Yes.
Great, perfect. Okay, well, we can see it. We can hear you, Elizabeth. Go ahead and take a deep breath because you're going to kick us off tonight. You're going to be great. When you start talking, Laura will start your 3-minute timer. When she calls time, you can finish your sentence. Then we'll start your 5 minutes for judges' questions. So when you're ready, you can start.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Gray, and I'm the owner and founder of Touch of Gray Interiors. We offer interior decorating and cleaning services to residential homes, vacation homes, and local businesses in Wakefield and surrounding area. Touch of Gray Interiors was founded in May 2019 with one client. We now have 46. 24 of those clients are vacation homes, like on Airbnb. Our net income for the year 2020 was $38,361. When you hire Touch of Gray Interiors, it is our goal to be your one-stop shop for your vacation home, not only by providing professional cleaning services, but we also want to help you stage and decorate and showcase your home and why you bought it in this beautiful area of the UP. This business model also sets us up for future growth, such as offering outdoor maintenance like lawn care to these clients. Touch of Gray Interiors bought a new building in December, and this building will facilitate the growth of our cleaning and painting clients, which currently covers our overhead. But it will also have the space to showcase our own interior decorating abilities in a storefront. There is a need for our store. Touch of Gray Interiors staff is in our vacation homes more than the clients are themselves. We're there when the furniture gets stained, the painting needs touched up, or if things just need updating and a little more UP personal touch. Clients expect us to tell them when this happens, and they want a one-stop shop. With this grant, Touch of Gray Interiors will open a store. This store will be another income revenue for a service we're already providing, and it will allow us to do it locally. This store will feature all local handmade items such as candles, artwork, and refinished furniture. We've already developed relationships with local candle makers, an artist, and a woodworker. This store will have a showcase room feel for it. Will not only help vacation rental homeowners visualize how we can improve their property, but also local residences as well. Our store will empower local makers of home goods and accessories. With this $10,000 grant, Touch of Gray Interiors will use $2,000 of that to purchase our initial inventory for our store, $4,000 for store updates and renovations, and $4,000 to purchase commercial washers and dryers, which will help facilitate the growing cleaning clientele. We have grown so much since May 2019 because of our support system. We have 8 staff members, a great accountant, Will Lundo, and he's with Accounting Solutions. And we also have a business mentor, Steve Serba, who owns Cascade Vacation Rentals. I'm very appreciative of your time today, and I hope you consider Touch of Gray Interiors for this grant. As we continue to grow and thrive, we will always support the businesses in which we do, the communities in which we always do business. We're a very community-oriented business. We've adopted a section of highway, erected a free library, have plans to open a community garden this summer, and I'm personally a volunteer firefighter for Bessemer Township. Thank you for considering us for this grant.
All right, so we have 5 minutes now for the judges to ask questions.
Hi, I'm Kim, and congratulations, Elizabeth, for making it this far. It sounds like you've grown a lot from 1 to 46 vacation homes. How do you hire your people, and has that been a problem to find good employees?
It's definitely been interesting. I've only had employees since January, so just over a year. And then, we were shut down for a couple months. And I think just the issues a lot of businesses are facing with unemployment. But the staff I have, I definitely am grateful. I have had a couple, one that's been with me for a whole year, and I definitely know I couldn't grow my business without them. So I try hard. Like this year, we started offering, personal paid time off and stuff, just trying to find smaller ways for me as a small business to try to encourage and keep good employees.
Hi, I'm Deborah. I have a question for you, Elizabeth, and it's great to meet you. When you have a retail storefront, you need traffic coming by, a lot of things. How do you expect to gain traffic enough to be able to get enough business to cover the cost of your inventory? And my second part of that is, what percentage of that is necessary to cover the new costs that will be entailed as you have a storefront now?
Yeah, those are great questions. The building we just purchased in downtown Wakefield is right on the main street. There's a bank next door, a bar, the newspaper, a little gift shop, and a couple of restaurants. And the picture I showed up of the before and after when we were refinishing the floor, we even had just people in the town walking through, stopping, opening the door, asking what's happening. So I'm not really worried about getting traffic. It's in a pretty great location for that, and I couldn't ask for a better location of that, honestly. And then with the costs, everything will be on like kind of a commission base, so that will help with covering it. Mm-hmm. We have so many cleaning clienteles right now that already kind of covers the overhead of the building, and I spend so much time there doing paperwork and doing the laundry. So the vacation homes that we manage, we wash all their linen, so I'm already at the building. So as we start off, we're not really paying someone to sit there and open the storefront, because I'll already kind of be there. And that's the greatest thing of this building, that it facilitates all this growth and these different revenues that we can kind of open up to since we have the building.
Great, thank you.
Elizabeth, it's Roger. Great job going first. Anyone who goes first gets a bonus point. So. And you sold me on doing floors. You did the own floor of the building. It was beautiful. Took my breath away when you put that picture up. One thing in your plan that you presented before and again this evening, you mentioned rentals, and it is obviously a big part of your business. But I didn't see anything about forecasting for rentals in the future. With COVID, are they flat, or do you expect them to go up? Post-COVID, when everyone's vaccinated, I know it's a beautiful, beautiful part of the country, but do you have any forecasting of what that big part of your business could be going forward?
I've, just in the last, I would say 3 months, I've had 3 new clients that just bought buildings and homes, and we've just started to kind of get them rolled out into the vacation world. And everyone I've spoken to, whether it's here, whether, my business mentor up in northern Minnesota, it has just grown. And I feel like I'm hopeful that even once people are vaccinated, people have discovered and keep discovering how beautiful this area is, that I think people will always flock to this area of the world.
I had another question.
Yeah.
Okay. You're expanding kind of quickly in a lot of different things, from the rentals to the design to the storefront, et cetera. How do you feel about being able to manage all of that? How are you planning to manage all of that? And is there any risk of losing focus on the core business, the cleaning, et cetera, as you expand into these other areas?
Those are great questions. And I agree. I never saw from one client to 46. And to be honest, kind of to circle back to the support system, the one employee that's stuck with me since January, and then the few that I've had, I couldn't do it without them, and just hiring an accountant who walks me through all of the financial things that I've never had to explore before I owned a business. And I feel like to have reaching out and having those external forces to keep me focused, I think that's important. And my business mentor does a good job with that. So I feel like it's just dedication, and that's what got me here. And I think that's will just continue getting us forward.
Great. On that note, we are out of time. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Great job.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Thanks, Elizabeth. You as well. Okay, so that was our first lifestyle finalist to kick us off. Always so nerve-wracking going first. She did a great job. Next, we have up Lisa Thompson and Libby Rappin from Blue Wave Wellbeing. Hi, ladies. How are you?
Great. How are you guys?
Great. Do you have a PowerPoint to share with us?
We do.
Go ahead and share your screen. Pull that up. And while they're doing that, Libby and Lisa are coming. That's kind of fun to say, Libby and Lisa, L&L, right? Coming at us from Midland, Michigan this evening. Okay, I see your PowerPoint. I'm adding it to the stream. Okay, we can hear you. We can see you. So I know you know how this goes. When you start talking is when Laura is going to start your 3-minute countdown. And when she calls time, you can finish your thought or your sentence. So next time you start talking, she starts timing when you're ready.
Imagine you are going into your 5th virtual meeting of the day. You are exhausted. And the last thing that you want to do is talk to Brad from accounting or Simone from HR. And I bet many of you can relate. However, you shift your mindset and your life theme song starts playing as you enter the Zoom room. Your shoulders start moving. And as Brad and Simone join into the meeting, they are humming along to your song as well. The meeting kicks off better than you ever expected. There's clear communication, you're excited to work together, and you even end the meeting early. You shut your computer and say under your breath, that was a great meeting.
We probably wish we could all say that about our meetings, right? Well, at Blue Wave, what we do is we integrate play into the workplace to reduce stress, increase productivity, and combat uncertainty, which ultimately impacts the bottom line. Our unique methodology is teaching new and emerging leaders within B2B corporations well-being techniques that they can do in roughly 5 minutes. All of our programs are built on our Pillars of Play framework, where we're teaching things such as how to embody a positive mindset and how to utilize our superpowers or our strengths in order to impact our productivity. Now, a few years ago, we were inspired to start Blue Wave because I personally had experienced depression, anxiety, and was completely burnt out.
And I found myself on bed rest from complete exhaustion. And I bet many of you have your own stories. The reality is that Libby and I took the fun out of life, and we were suffering both physically and emotionally. And we know that we are not alone. The workplace is exhausted. The pandemic is causing uncertainty and fear, and we are all stressed. However, these circumstances moved us into becoming certified in positive psychology and start Blue Wave after spending a combined 20 years in human resources and corporate communications.
We're a professional development firm making well-being achievable for everyone, and we deliver our services through interactive and virtual workshops, keynote speaking, and video licensing. Our programs are standing out amongst the competition like Dale Carnegie and Virgin Pulse, and have already helped hundreds of people who have said that our programs are life-changing and the tools are easy to integrate into their workday. We're both utilizing all of the tools that we teach, so we are living proof that what we teach actually works. The $10,000 grand prize from today will generate the cash flow needed for us to cover 3 months of operational costs as we engage in growth activities to hit our projected revenue of $250,000 in order to bring play back into the workplace.
Now, you and I both know that this is not a two-person job. It's going to take leaders like you to be the early adopters. Your employees need you. Well-being is no longer a luxury, but it is essential. Together, let's teach employees simple tools that they can incorporate into their lives. These habits will have a big return on you and your employees. Thank you.
Screen share, awesome.
Hey, great job, Lisa and Libby. I loved your presentation. I had a question for you. How do you know, or how do you measure your results? How do you know what you're doing is actually working?
I'll take that one.
Okay.
So what we do is pre and post surveys. before everything that we do. So we use the cool technology of Zoom having polling options, as well as we use qualitative and quantitative. So it's also conversations that we're having, but the polling, the pre and post, is actually what's helped us see how they're growing. But the cool thing is because we're teaching simple habits that we are seeing the next time that we meet with people, the next time we're having our clients, is they're saying it to us like, wow, I didn't realize how simple this was. And so it's been really cool for us to both do it in quantitative and quantitative. That's how we do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'll go. Tell us about when you're actually selling, how are you using a value proposition? I know a lot of people always say they want it to do this, but especially if it's B2B or smaller businesses, it's always hard to make that investment. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what have been the challenges with your proposition and where have you succeeded?
Well, what we would say now, I think that we can all agree that with the pandemic, the amount of data that's coming out about how it's impacting the mental health for us is really like not making that investment. It can have more, I don't want to say damage, but it can, what would be the right word? It could negatively impact culture and employee engagement and productivity by not actually making this investment upfront. So as part of the value proposition, there's so much data that's showing that it's not about the hours that we put into our work, it's about the quality of our work. And our quality of our work is improved when we feel well. And we know, and science is proving to us, that play impacts our well-being. So there's so much data out there that we can share. I think more than anything though, our personal stories and experiences and journey with well-being is living proof for us to be able to share the tools and we know that they work.
And again, kind of going off of that, I think the selling point also is they're simple. A lot of people look at well-being as I can't get there, but we make it achievable. And I think that's really important for people to understand that, at one point we were burnout and exhausted. We've been there. And so we're here to help them along this journey. And we really want companies to thrive. That's why we do what we do.
Thank you.
Great job, ladies. Question for you. So I'll go back even a step further from Deborah. So I think Deborah's question, you're in the door and you're making your presentation for the value proposition. How are you getting your foot in the door? It sounded like you had some great platforms with your website and marketing materials, but how are you actually getting an audience where you can close a deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. You can take it, but I'll finish. Yeah.
So there's a couple of ways. I think just to start off, we've been using our network. So people that we know, people that know us, that know the value that we can provide from. I used to be in HR and she was in corporate communications. So we've started there. Another way we've gotten our foot in the door is through the keynote speaking. So from there, we have one client where they brought us in to do a keynote engagement, and then they brought us in for 6 workshops just in this past year. And now we're talking to them about video licensing. So the keynote speaking for us is a great way to just kind of show off what we're about. And then we've been using the network. We just became a woman-owned certified business through WeBank. So we're starting to facilitate or cultivate that network as well.
Nope, okay. You hit it. Yep, perfect.
And then lastly, could you describe just a little bit your competitive advantage of the pillars of play, and without giving away everything, what that might be?
Yeah. So we have 6 different pillars of play that we use to focus on well-being. So what we do, we have 6 different ones, and we teach a concept around it. So superpowers. It's teaching people how to utilize their strengths versus always looking at their weaknesses. And then what we do is we teach you a simple habit that incorporates that into it so that you can do this on a daily basis, is focusing on your strength versus your weaknesses. And so that's just one example. Again, we have 6 different pillars, but we go through them in our workshops, which has been really awesome because then we're just not talking. We are interactive. They're having fun, and it's so fun. And I'll just share this really quick. It's so fun when you see someone walk in and you don't know how they're going to react, and by the end, their faces, they're getting it, they're lighting up, and it's really amazing. So I just wanted to share that because it's been really cool for me to see the people that are unsure come out ahead at the end of our workshops.
And just
your passion is really contagious. Thank you.
We just want people to feel good. We just
I'd
want
like to take your workshop, I think.
Great. On that note, we are out of time. Great job, Libby and Lisa. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Nice job, ladies. Okay. All right, we're just rolling right along here. Next up, we have Candace Wimberly, and she is with I Am a Genius. Hello, Candace. How are you?
Hi, I am great. How are you all?
Doing well. So you are in Detroit, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Detroit.
great. All right. So you guys are going to get that snow a little bit later, right?
I'm used to it. Been here all my life. So
All right. All right.
I
Good.
live with it.
Great. Okay. We are having a little bit of trouble seeing your PowerPoint. Do you have it in presentation mode? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. And then if you want to put that into the full screen,
Full screen.
that we did the other day, perfect. Okay. We practiced this. We got this. All right. So Candace, you know, because you practiced, when you start talking, Kim is going to start. Kim, sorry, I was looking at Kim. Laura, Kim was like, what? No, I'm not. Laura's going to start timing. And then when your 3 minutes is up, she'll call time. You can finish your sentence. So with that, when you are ready.
Ready. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Happy anniversary, Auntie. Happy birthday, best friend. These are events commonly acknowledged or celebrated in a given year. What about divorce, unemployment, or starting a new business? 3 other significant events that far too often go unacknowledged, but are also take place in a given year in an individual's lives. 3 of which I personally experienced in 2016. It was a time that was challenging, but you know, I am grateful to share I survived. I used to be afraid or ashamed to talk about it. It wasn't until I heard transformational coach Lisa Nichols share, your story does not belong to you. It's to help and empower others. That message resonated with me. It encouraged me. And that's why I started I Am a Genius, the lifestyle company where we have inspirational workshops and lifestyle brand or high fashion for men, women, and children. I'm excited to share that since we've begun and opened our doors in 2017, we have the gift that keeps on giving. A portion of our proceeds and sales support a nonprofit for girls that come from single parent households. Their focus is to support girls with mental health and exposure to entrepreneurship. To date, since we've opened our doors, we've been fortunate to have an e-commerce sale of customers throughout the U.S., and they have reached as far as Quebec, Puerto Rico, and Jamaica. Our e-commerce presence has been successful, but we've also been fortunate to have our merchandise in 6 stores. Now, you may wonder, what does the future look like for I Am a Genius? I'm glad you asked. It looks bright. It includes opening our own retail gift shop. And an immediate goal is to begin to expand our partnerships and have our merchandise in additional stores. As you can see, these are some statistics of our expected goal to reach by the end of this year of $35,000, and it goes on and on within the next 3 years. We have a startup expense of $42,000, roughly 43. We have successfully acquired $24,000 of that. And if you select me to win, the $10,000 I will use will allow me to purchase equipment and merchandise for our displays in our partnering stores, which will help us get closer to opening our retail shop. And we expect to acquire the additional funds by the summer of this year, all of which will be just in time for the fall and ready for the holiday season. And let me share with you, one of the most rewarding experiences when a customer comes to me and says, your story helped encourage me to start my own business. Or the joy I receive when I just hear someone say the name of the business. They affirm, I am a genius.
That is time. Perfect.
That was a nice presentation, very inspirational. Thank you, Candace. What kind of experience do you have running or being in retail? I know you've been running the the internet sales, but you're going to have to probably, transition into the retail shop. So tell me how you're going to do that.
Great question. So I do have a wealth of experience in retail. I have a minor from Michigan State. I hope that didn't create any enemies, but I do have a minor in retail management. I also have experience in a management program at Nordstrom's. I've worked at Steve Madden, and I've also had, the experience in working with starting business like Mary Kay. And I've participated in entrepreneurship programs as well as my degree in public administration, which gives me that business side, and combining all of those skill sets has successfully helped me and will help me continue to do good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Candace. My question for you is, running a store, as you know, you have to have inventory, a lot of inventory. Checked out your website and saw the adorable T-shirts and all the things that you're doing. What do you see as the next maybe 5 or 10 products that you would need to be able to have the retail storefront?
Yeah, thank you for taking the time to look at our website. So I'm excited that we will continue to do T-shirts. We will continue to have our books, which we have also received awards for. But 5 of the items will be for sure hats. We also want to expand and have home accessories and merchandise for pets. As we know, that's absolutely a place at the heart for a lot of families. And we have already sampled with some of that merchandise. And since the fall of last year, we actually started doing masks.
Okay, great.
Candace, wonderful job. The giving back to the community and the meaning behind your brand is so inspirational. So just wonderful job with that. I will be really candid. I'm a little concerned about going into the retail business when it feels like you still have so much opportunity online, or with a lot less overhead, just getting into other people's stores.
Yes.
To suddenly jump into, and I think you had $9,175 for rent, but isn't that per month, or was that the rent for the year?
So that was for the first month, and that was also for the building construction costs. So we expected to, continue to get the money for rent ongoing with our merchandise sales once we're in the store. But you brought up a good concern, which is why we had extended the date of opening up from this year, being sensitive to what's going on with the climate of the world. And that's why we're taking an approach to invest money in getting our customized displays to partner with additional stores right now, which will be a win-win, because it will also help stores who are hurting right now get additional customer base where they see a new line. And then it'll also spark interest for the current customers. And they're like, hey, what's this new thing you have going on? And from there, we're expanding our customer reach. We're expanding our awareness of our audience. And we're also increasing revenue for the time when it comes to open a retail store.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
To follow up on that, how do you get those relationships with those other stores? That's got to be hard. If I know you have the connection with Nordstrom's, right? Because you work there, but how about other stores?
Yeah, that's a magnificent question, but I'm gonna be completely candid. I will say favor. And I will also say, networks, supportive individuals that I know from the walks of life, whether it's been where I've worked, whether it's been networks that I participate in, whether it be in a membership of, such as even like networks of Michigan Women Forward. I participate and go for the growth, some of the programs. So I stay highly acclimated and involved, within the community, and as well as, keeping my ears to the ground of seeing, what's the next best thing. So continue to develop relationships, places where I spend my money, just like Oprah says, don't give anybody a gift that you want for yourself. That's pretty much where I go and what I make in our product, as well as where I shop. And I've been fortunate to have individuals who are willing to support and partner, not only because they like the merchandise, they like the style of the merchandise, but they also are very appreciative of the message and also where it pursues goals.
Great. That is time. Thank you so much, Candace. Great job.
Thank you. Take care.
Great job, Candace.
Thank you.
Candace Wimberly, I am a genius. It's a great reminder for all of us, I think, right? I am a genius. I love that. I absolutely love it. All right. Next up, we have our final finalist in the lifestyle category. Welcome, Leslie Cowell. Hi, Leslie. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing well. How about you? How about everyone?
Great. Okay, Leslie is in Bath. So for those of you who don't know, that is just north of East Lansing. Okay. So she is truly mid-Michigan. All right, Leslie, we have your PowerPoint. We have it pulled up. We can see it. So you are good to go. So how this works, and I know you know this because we practice, but when you start talking, Laura is going to start your 3-minute timer. And when she calls time, you can finish your sentence. So
Perfect.
With that, I'm going to say when you are ready.
All right, thank you. My name is Leslie Cowan. I'm from Bath, Michigan, seeking $25,000 for my business, Riker's Dog Treats. Riker's Dog Treats is an all-natural wheat, corn, and soy dog treat product line that I found in 2014. Funds, if received from this grant, will be used for additional production equipment, small renovations to our commercial space, and initial order of our new packaging materials. We all love our dogs and want to feed them a quality treat, but sometimes that can be hard to find on store shelves. I created a simple, all-natural, and minimal ingredient dog treat that dogs go crazy for. I started this business after our last dog, Riker, became sick and intolerant to most ingredients and dyes found in common dog food and treats. I researched, tested, and switched his food to a homemade, all-natural diet, extending the years that he spent with us. After that, I was determined to make the best quality dog treat. Made with just 7 ingredients or less, Riker's Dog Treats never contain any dyes, preservatives, or artificial flavors. All production is done by me with the help of my wonderful husband, Adam, who also helps manage the business, and he occasionally presses the fork marks in our peanut butter banana treats. We joke that we're kind of like the Bonnie and Clyde of dog treats. Every single treat is hand cut in the commercial bakery. I mix, roll out, cut, bake, and dehydrate all the moisture out of the treats so they'll stay preserved on the shelves for months. After that, we package and we ship them directly to the consumer or the retail store. We currently offer 5 different flavors and 16 different products, supplying over 40 locations across Michigan and Ohio, including Whole Foods Market and the Meijer Market stores. Our flavors include a peanut butter banana, apple honey, a pumpkin molasses, a grain-free peanut butter banana, and our new one, peanut butter hemp. Our treats cost between 17 cents and 42 cents per ounce to produce, and we sell them for $3 to $24 per pack in stores or through our web store. The profit margins are in the range of 77 to 84%, depending on flavor and size. Riker's Dog Treats are all made with oat flour, which is the most easily digestible grain for dogs. We use nothing but human food grade ingredients, while our competition usually uses wheat flour or a feed grade ingredient. Feed grade ingredients typically contain less nutritional value and are more harmful byproducts due to lesser regulations than human food grade. A big reason people love our treats is because all of our treats are made with simple, human food grade ingredients and are minimally processed. Treats that smell so good, you'll want to try one. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions?
Are you really eating a dog treat right now?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm actually eating, it's one of my favorite ones. It's our apple honey. It kind of tastes like a cinnamon toast crunch, I kind of say.
Wow, that's great. So, your competition, tell me, what is your competitive advantage? I mean, there's a lot of big names that compete in this market. So how do you go about competing with them? And, is price an issue?
Actually, we were pretty competitive with some of the top brands. Obviously, being that we're in a more of a smaller bakery, it's a little bit higher than like the bigger Zooks and the Nudges and the Milk-Bones and things like that. but we're very competitive with more of the like smaller brands of Biscuit Bob's and like Healthy Dogma and other people in the state and things. And being a homemade treat, it's very we have a top on that, being a homemade treat, and 7 ingredients or less.
All right, thank you.
Give, I am not a pet owner myself, but I have so many friends who just will do anything for their dogs and make sure that they have everything. So I love the idea that you're going after. But how fast? I'm also on the competition question. If this is growing so much and people are so concerned, it seems that you would see a lot more competition coming in for the all natural, minimal ingredients, etc. Do you see any big things like right on your heels, or how much runway do you think you have?
Well, I know a lot of it, people are not maybe afraid, but since we don't use any preservatives, a lot of the bigger companies, they use preservatives to put that in their treat. So I would have to say that, you know, not using preservatives, that helps with like the healthy side of it and whatnot. And maybe that's kind of the difference there. But
Deborah, you don't have to have animals to eat these treats. Did you not?
Yeah, I did. I was wondering how you knew what ingredients to put in. So now I know.
So Leslie, great job. I saw in your presentation, your written presentation, you had a lot of focus on Meijer and Whole Foods. Are they built into your financial assumptions that you will eventually get those deals?
yes, we about a year ago we met with the Whole Foods, top of Whole Foods, and we had talked with them. And once we can kind of ramp up our packaging and get into the remaining Whole Foods in Michigan, we can bump that out and get into regional. So we're very, very, very confident. We have a really good tie with them. So, and with Meijer Markets also, it's really nice on kind of their side. It's we deal with one-on-one with the person, and so it's not like a huge industry, like a huge market that you have to go into. So yeah, with both of those, we have good communication and good talks with people.
So if you're very confident you're going to get in those stores, did you build into your financial forecast then any additional capital that you're going to be, because they're going to have some pretty big unit quotas, I would assume. So are you going to need more space, more equipment beyond even what you're asking for today?
Right now, we're just kind of taking it kind of, in our little small increments. That's kind of where we started and how kind of we've gotten from here. We're actually kind of already in the works of renovating space to kind of grow that. And that's why with the money and whatnot, that's why you'll see the kind of the jump, because we know that we need to buy the more ingredients, that we need to buy the bigger mixer, and we are already on doing that stuff right now. So, yes.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more questions for Leslie?
If we have time, I'll ask one more. Have you thought about networking with veterinarians?
We've dabbled a little bit with veterinarians. Sometimes it kind of seems like if it's more of a smaller ran facility that they're more interested to talk. More of the bigger like MSU veterinarians and stuff, they kind of will push, the science diet and those things, and they have a good tie with them. So it's a little bit harder getting into the bigger ones. But yes, but definitely with smaller ones, we've had talks with veterinarians. So yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
I have a quick question. Your experience at Michigan State being in the kitchen, how is that transition to doing the dog treat manufacturing?
Oh, good question. Well, when I was in the bakery, I actually worked at Michigan State University Bakery. So that was a very huge bakery. So I would have never thought, starting at such a young age to now, that I would be using that experience. But just knowing the machines and just the production of, kind of we have to go from here to there to there. So knowing the huge volume baking I was able to help put together production and the packaging and things like that.
Great. And that is time now. Thank you so much. Great job.
Thank you, everyone.
Nice job, Leslie. Thanks so much. Okay, we're going to let Leslie go here. And with that, we finished our first round of pitches this evening. So that was the lifestyle category. Right now, we are going to go ahead and take a brief break because we're going to let you stand up and stretch, use the restroom, grab a refill, and we're going to let our judges submit their first round of scores right now. So judges, we're going to go ahead and let you do that. Everyone out there in YouTube and Facebook land, we're so glad you are joining us this evening for the Jackson WomanUp and Pitch Business Plan and Pitch Competition. So we will see you right back here in just a few minutes. We're going to go ahead and get our next contestant finalist all set.
It's not doing the right camera.
Hey, Lynn, it's Ellie.
Hi, let me get my camera.
All right. Can help you kind of work through it here.
What do I do? Can you see me or hear me?
We can hear you. We just can't see your video feed.
Okay, I'm doing this camera thing.
All right, I'm going to take you out of the feed for a minute, and we're going to let you keep working on that, okay?
Help.
All right, we're back from break. Hope everybody was able to stretch those legs a little bit, grab a refill, and here we go into the second round of pitches this evening. So we are now entering our growth category. Hope you enjoyed those lifestyle pitches. Remember, you have the opportunity after we are done with all 8 pitches this evening to vote for your favorite in our Audience Choice Award. That winner will receive $1,000, and we'll give you the instructions for how to do that when we're done with all of the pitches. So stay here, stay tuned, because you will want to have your input in that a little bit later. All right, so in our growth category, we're going to welcome into our broadcast this evening Lynn Matayana with Community Health Focus. Hi, Lynn, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Great to have you. Great to see you. We got the camera working. Life is good, right?
Yay. One thing is technology taken care of. Now just to get the PowerPoint going.
All right. Well, go ahead and share your screen. Why don't you go ahead and pull that up? While she is doing that, want to let you know that she is coming at us from Plymouth, Michigan right now. And remember, if you have not already been doing so, because I'm able to see a lot of the live chat, which is so much fun, but you can chat with us, you can encourage all of the finalists, you can just, I don't know, send a note, say what you loved about their pitch. I'm loving all of these comments, so that's a great way to be engaged with us. And remember, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're on all of the social media platforms. So Lynn, I'm not seeing your screen.
Oh, of course.
All right, go ahead and hit the share screen button.
Uh-huh.
And then you'll have the option to
Oh, I remember this part. There we go.
share one more time.
There. There.
Hey, we see it.
There. Yay.
Okay. Now you'll want to put it in presentation mode.
Is it?
Not quite. So if you go down to your lower right-hand corner, where there is the Zoom right next to it, there is the start presentation icon. You can hit that and it'll go full screen for us.
Oh, that didn't work. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. We'll get through it. Okay.
Okay, so let me see.
Why don't you go ahead and stop your share a minute and then try it one more time.
Okay, so I go to share.
Yep.
I go to share screen. There's another share screen.
Yep.
And then I go to application window.
Correct.
And then I click on the presentation. And
yeah, everybody gets the backstage view here.
There.
Okay, we see it again.
Okay.
Okay,
Now
go ahead and put it in the presentation mode.
Okay, I did.
Okay. It looks like it says your features are disabled. And I wonder if maybe that's why it's not letting you.
I don't know why it would be disabled.
Okay.
Let me see. Here, activate.
Try it one more time. It was just working when we tried yesterday.
I know. Share. Share screen. Share screen.
You
Application.
get really good at this part. Do it in your sleep a little bit later.
Okay, so I click on that for the PowerPoint and it says share. And then I go down to the bottom to the little right-hand corner to where it says slideshow.
Yep.
And I click that. And I'm
But
back.
what if you go up to slideshow at the top?
See, my screen is showing me the whole PowerPoint right now.
Okay. All right. Well, we see your slide mode, but you know what? I think that we can still do this. So why don't you go ahead, put it back up.
Okay, in a different mode. So can you can't see, can you, what do you see there?
So we need you to share one more time with us here.
Okay. I'm sharing. I'm sharing. Sharing. Okay, now this time, okay, that's different this time, I think. Can you see it?
We're going to bring it up. Okay, we can see it and we can see your slides down the side. So as you go through, can you try clicking the arrow right now on your slide?
You mean to see the next slide?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you're going to, I see what you're seeing now.
Okay, but we lost you again. So you can't stop screen share because then we lose it. So let's try it one more time.
Technology. It's always a
Oh
challenge.
my gosh.
It's all right.
Okay, so I leave it there.
Okay, we're going to add it to our stream. There you go.
Okay.
Perfect. So just go back to the first one, and then you're going to click through just like that as you're going, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay,
take a big breath. Take a big breath. It's okay.
I'm
So
so
when you start talking, our timer, Laura, is going to start timing 3 minutes. Once your 3 minutes is up, she will say time, and then you can finish your thought or your sentence, and then we'll jump into the 5 minutes of judges' questions. So the next time you start talking, she starts timing when you are ready.
Have you or anyone you know ever experienced life-altering pain that just won't go away? Over 100 million people in the United States live with chronic pain daily. 25 years ago, after a surgery, I ended up spending 2 years in bed living with chronic pain that wouldn't go away. Hi, I'm Lynn Montayana. I'm CEO and founder of Community Health Focus and its digital health companion, Pain Tools. Pain Tools will help 15 million women in the US between the ages of 35 and 70 who have fibromyalgia, lower back pain, arthritis, and migraine headaches. We're hoping to be able to get them to get their lives back. Research shows that people in pain have better outcomes when they have 24/7 guidance and when they have a life coach that can be there to help them in between doctor's visits. With this kind of help, they can discover and maintain their own personal path to improved health and reduced pain. Our team is made up of the top pain researchers and clinicians, and I founded the National Fibromyalgia Association and have helped millions of people over 20 years. Guided by research, we developed a unique program for applying complementary practices that will help reduce a person's pain. We call these complementary practices Pain Tools. Pain Tools program will onboard customers and learn about each individual so we can help them personally. Our proprietary algorithms and software will sort and deliver personalized tools through a digital health messaging system that fits the user's needs in the moment. They will be able to test these tools and reach their goals, like being able to walk to the mailbox or be able to sleep through the night. We will also offer activities, videos, and we will be able to help them with life coaches and with a social community so they'll have personal touch as well. CHFI has 235,000 Facebook followers and 125,000 emails. Our customers are loyal and recognize us. That makes us confident to do a B2C model. Our competitors' programs go through healthcare programs and through employers, and they're more concerned about having people take their medication and be able to get the cost down. What we're concerned about is helping people to relieve their pain and to be able to function better. Market research shows that people with pain usually spend $5,000 a year on products and services that don't help them. With Pain Tools, they'll pay $9.95 a month, and they will have more help, and they will have less cost, and they will have less pain. We would also like to be able to generate revenue through advertising, sponsorships, through data, as well as through sales. I've raised $185,000.
That is time. If you want to finish your thought.
We will secure another $400,000 to be able to launch our beta. I hope you'll join us to do this, and I thank you very much.
Lynn, nice presentation. How did you raise all that money?
We've raised it through family and friends, and we also have gotten a couple of small investors that have invested like $15,000. We have built out, we have a lot of assets right now. Can I take this down so I can see you all, the PowerPoint? There.
Yes, you can.
Now I can see you. So we have also, with that money, we've already created 2 beta sites, but at that time, those were more content oriented and socialized. And we decided that what we wanted to really do was to be able to do the digital health, and with the new technology and a new licensing agreement with a technology company that's helping us with that process, we needed to take what we've already created, which was a lot of the content, the videos, the articles, and we have this amazing team of researchers and pain doctors, as well as people in the technology field who are helping us. We have Ted Dacko, who is the founder and creator of Health Media, and he sold his digital health company 10 years ago to Johnson & Johnson for $185 million. And today when we were talking, I was really excited to hear him say, I'm really starting to understand what you're doing. And because of that, I feel like we created the first version of this. You've now taken it to a much, much higher level. And the reason why is because after 10 years, people's attitudes have changed, technology has changed, and the team that we've been able to put together, with the interest in chronic pain, is much more sophisticated. So we're really excited and believe that this is what is going to help make a difference in people's lives, especially now because we're focusing on women. We just recently really decided all of the work we've done, usually most of the people who respond are women. It's about 85%. And I said, let's just focus on women. Why try to appeal to a bigger group when we can make sure that what we're offering, those complementary practices, the messaging, the branding, all will fit more specifically to the market of women. So I'm really excited that we've made that decision and are moving forward in that way.
Lynn, I have a question. Having just recovered from hip surgery and relied heavily on an app to get me through the recovery, which I absolutely loved, I was really intrigued by your idea. The one thing that's always hard with apps is how do you keep people engaged? How do you see, because they might try it for a month, but then it's like anything, even if it's good for you. What's your thoughts on that? How are you, it sounds like you have a good audience you can start with, but then how do you keep them engaged so that they'll keep monthly payments going?
Right. So basically we are going to be a hybrid. We are actually a website with an app included in it. And the reason why is because the social component, the community where we can do webinars and have pain buddies and all of that will be through the website. The messaging and and actually before that, I want to explain the life coaching would all be also through the web. But the messaging on a daily basis to help keep people engaged, to follow them. And because we have the opportunity to also share what they're doing if they choose with a caregiver. So that caregiver will know what they're being shared and told to, think about. We don't want to dictate to them. We're giving them a few options, but it's not like a Chinese menu. So we think that when you are getting, able to track your progress and say, wow, I'm really making a difference. And with chronic pain, it waxes and wanes. And the problem is that you may start to get better and you may pull off a little bit, but I can promise you the next time you get a migraine headache or the next time you have to end up going in the hospital or whatever, you're going to be back asking for help and having that constant, both digital and human touch.
Lynn, great job.
Thank you.
I suck at IT as well, so I know what you must have been feeling. So it's okay.
I was just teasing my partner today saying, you need to get better at this. And then, of course, look what I do.
Well, I'm right there with you. I was looking at your growth numbers, your forecasted sales, and I think you had 5,000 memberships the first year, and then it jumped up to 50,000 and then doubled every year after that. And the numbers just struck me. So I was hoping you could speak to them. It seems like either the out years you're overly optimistic or the first year you're overly pessimistic. The numbers, like, wow.
We have played with those numbers so much. And It's really difficult because, you know, I have literally millions of people through my nonprofit. We've had days where we've had 1 million people come through the site. We know these people and we know they are so desperate, especially with opioids being taken away with the COVID situation. So our numbers are conservative in the beginning because we want to make sure that we can serve those people and we want to work out the bugs of the technology. So the first year, those individuals, or the first 4 months, those individuals will be people that we've invited to be a part of Pain Tools. And then we'll start opening it up. We probably won't do a whole lot of marketing that first year because we think that with our, you know, our market knowing us, that we'll be possibly even more surprised at how many people we could get. And the one good thing is that the company that we are licensing their product, they can scale. So if we have more people, we can scale up. But we also have said more people would be a part of this. And then people go, those numbers look awfully high. We're not sure you're going to be able to succeed with that. Actually, I think the first time I was practicing the pitch, we said 250,000 people within 5 years. I got some eyes rolling and things like that. So we pulled back to 200,000. I think what's most important is that we make sure that we are servicing our customers and that we are making sure that that we can grow. I mean, I don't have any concerns about us growing, but we kind of land and expand. That's our goal.
Thank you.
We are at time, so thank you so much, Lynn. Great job.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your understanding too.
Lynn, you're a rock star. Way to go.
Thank
Seriously,
you.
awesome job.
Yeah,
Take
Great,
care.
Lynn. Okay. I mean, technology, that's just how it goes. All right, so next up in the growth category, we have Courtney Lorenz with Cultured Kombucha. Hi, Courtney, how are you doing?
I'm great, how are you?
Good, and you're in Traverse City.
I am, absolutely.
Okay, great, getting that lake effect snow tonight as well.
Yeah.
Okay. We have your presentation in our stream, and so how this works is when you start talking, our timer, Laura, will start her 3-minute countdown. When she calls time, you can finish your thought or your sentence. So with that, next time you start talking, she starts timing. Good luck.
Kombucha tea. I'm not speaking a second language. I'm talking about a delicious, tart, and bubbly tea product. Kombucha is a tea that's fermented for health instead of alcohol, producing probiotics, live cultures, and digestive enzymes. Hi, I'm Courtney, founder of Cultured Kombucha Company, Michigan's fastest growing and most in demand craft kombucha. I discovered kombucha on an organic farm. The more I drank, the more passionate I became about its tasty health benefits. As I searched, the market lacked a delicious handcrafted kombucha. Customers were thirsty for authenticity, but all the market offered was a mass-produced kombucha-like product. I began brewing to quench my own thirst. I launched Cultured Kombucha at a farmer's market with an initial investment of $248. Surprisingly, we sold out in 20 minutes, affirming our community support and our product viability. In fact, in over 90% of blind taste tests, Cultured Kombucha Company's products are chosen over the national brands. Our proprietary fermentation process highlights the tradition of kombucha, but pairs it with modern fermentation technology so that we can scale rapidly. Kombucha is the fastest growing segment of the non-alcoholic beverage industry. It registers at a compound annual growth rate of 28.9%, and it's scheduled to reach over $7 billion by 2027. Our competitive market is driven by an increase in the trend of health and wellness and growing consumer demand for natural ingredients. Since 2015, Cultured has bootstrapped its small 15-gallon operation over 360%. Our serviceable market is approximately 19 million consumers, and our goal is to achieve 8% of the Midwest market share. Company growth rates have matched national growth rates, and our products are currently available at over 140 stores in the state of Michigan. As our brand has grown, so have our infrastructure needs. Our manual systems are unsustainable for long-term strategic growth. Bootstrap spreadsheets are a pain point and are starting to cost us more than they provide. Cultured Kombucha Company is asking the judges for the $10,000 grand prize and the audience for the $1,000 Viewer Choice Award. These funds will be invested into a customer and inventory management system. Designed for our critical infrastructure growth, these tools will allow us to scale quickly and efficiently as we continue negotiations with major Midwest retailers. Cultured will continue to expand its organic reach through mission-driven sales, educating our customers on the health benefits of kombucha, one sip at a time. With our vision and your support, Cultured will be the most in-demand craft kombucha. Thank you.
Great job, Courtney. I love your enthusiasm. I've had kombucha before, and some taste really not so good.
I was really prepared for this question.
Okay.
Yes, kombucha is super funky. Absolutely.
And so what makes yours so flavorful? And if I try your product, will I have a different, will it be different?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question, Kim. Thanks for asking it. So kombucha, we describe it as tart, sweet, and bubbly. And to some people, it is a little bit of a funky flavor profile, but Cultured has a proprietary fermentation process. And I actually have a background in culinary arts. And so we've really been able to hone in our flavor profiles. National brands tend to be on the extremes of all scales. They've scaled effectively, but they kind of might have lost a root of their flavors in the long run. And so they're either extremely tart, like a vinegar, or they're extremely sweet, trying to capture the soda market. And Cultured has done a really great job of saying, it can taste good, but it can also be good for you too. You don't have to make sacrifices.
Great, thank you.
That's great. Just listening to you, I think I'm going to be a converted kombucha drinker. So I was wondering, I have seen explosive growth in this category, and it seems that every time you go to the grocery store or something, a new brand is being showcased. How are you planning to compete against that? Certainly, building up your capacity is one thing, but what do you see as continued competitive advantages, or how do you really hone that in when you're meeting with these potential stores and distributors?
Yeah, great question as well. Like I said, the market's incredibly competitive, right? Especially anything in food and beverage is always going to be competitive. And I think that's where having that proprietary fermentation process really brings us to the forefront. But we've also kind of honed in on our niche, and that niche is the Midwest market share. National is already covered, and that's fantastic. So we like to think of ourselves as the craft beer of the Bud Lights of the kombucha world, if you will. And so we're going to hone in on that, and we're going to take it. The Midwest is wide open for the taking right now. And over the last 5 years, we've really built some strategic partnerships with distribution networks. And we've continued to stay on top of those. We also, compared to others on the market right now, have the capacity for expansion. In 2018, we moved into a 5,000 square foot facility, and we're actually given on the time of year between 1/10 and 1/8 of our capacity. So we've got a lot of room to serve that market. Yeah. Does that answer the question?
It does. Thanks.
Awesome.
Great job, Courtney. I thought I would be a judge at a competition where I could eat dog treats and then wash it down. So, this is a very special night. I want to go play a little bit more on the retailer side. So you got some great distribution now, looking to get into some larger retailers. Have you started to build those relationships now, or is that something that you still have yet to do? So are you starting from scratch, or where are you at on that?
Yeah, fantastic question as well. So I'm really excited to say that we are wrapping up final negotiations with a major Midwest retailer. We're actually talking with Meijer right now for all 285 stores. So that would be a phenomenal. Thank you. Appreciate it. So the CRM would be a phenomenal asset as we continue to scale. We've also talked with KeHE distributors as well, and they've approved us as a product. We just need to make sure our infrastructure is set up. In KeHE, although they saturate the Midwest, if we did decide to go further, they could take us national too. Okay. All right. Thank you. You bet.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your team? Who are you getting all this done with? What are the key?
Absolutely. So I'd like to say that cultured is the epitome of bootstrapped. Someone once referred to us as scrappy, and at first I was really offended by it. And then I was like, you know what? I think that's a good thing as an entrepreneur. So I've got a great core team. We've got a lead brewer and a packager, packaging lead. They oversee most of the quality assurance aspects of it, and they oversee the fermentation process. We've also got packaging assistants, and they run our production line with us. And we're really excited to start bringing in a sales team member here soon. We've got our hire picked out. They're going to start at the end of March, and they're going to help us service all the accounts in the Metro Detroit area.
All right. Well, you have 10 seconds left, so there's probably not enough time for a question. Thank you so much, Courtney. Great job.
Fantastic.
Thank you, Courtney.
Yeah.
Thanks. Have a good rest of your evening. All right. She may have some new customers tonight. People might want to try this out. Okay. Next up, we have Sally Peering with Ready Bands. Hi, Sally. How are you?
Great. How are you?
Doing well.
Great.
All right. And so I know that you don't have, first of all, you are in, I'm looking at my notes here. Give me a minute. Bay City, right?
That's right. Bay City.
Cool. All right. Midland, Bay City. We got some Tri-Cities representation this evening. That's great. So we know that I know you don't have a PowerPoint for us. So I'm going to go ahead and put you in what we call solo view. So all we see is you right now, which is very exciting. We're going to put that up. There you go. There's your visual.
Yep.
And then when you start talking, Laura is going to start your 3-minute timer. And when time is up, she will call time and you can finish your thought or your sentence. So take a big breath. And when you're ready, Laura will start timing.
I'd like to see a show of hands, please. How many of you know someone who's had a heart attack? It's not surprising if all of your hands went up because heart disease is the #1 killer of both men and women. The CDC estimates approximately 800,000 people suffer from a heart attack every year, and that's just in the US. The idea for Ready Bands came after my mom suffered a heart attack. I really wanted to know how can we avoid that happening again and what to do if it does. So my research revealed that cardiac experts worldwide have 2 main things to do in the event of a heart attack. First of all, you call 911. And second of all, you chew aspirin. Now, most people know, and they do call 911 for the ambulance, but who really is prepared with aspirin? Not so much. So my aha moment came when I realized I could create a wearable. That way, the aspirin would always be available 24/7. So I developed a working prototype a few years ago. And then just last year, Ready Bands was awarded a patent. So obviously that's great. And that helps give confidence to investors and enables more opportunity for licensing deals. So Ready Bands is, as you see on the screen, a very comfortable wristband. It's made out of silicone. It contains a sealed blister pack on the inside of it, and it's water resistant. It has many colors that it's available, and a huge plus is now it is totally made in Michigan. So the price per unit is $4 wholesale, $9 retail, $2 at scale. And we project by year 4 that our sales would be $9 million and our profits $4 million. And I want to tell you a great product validation, a true story. So one of our team members, Jimmy Green, was at a breakfast networking event just the end of 2018. And right at his table, a gentleman started having chest pains. So Jimmy quickly gave him his aspirin right from his own Ready Bands because he, like I, wear them every day. So he gave them to him. He immediately took him to the ER. And later that ER doctor told Jimmy, you possibly saved his life by giving him those aspirin. So our sales strategy is to keep forming partnerships with hospitals, pharmaceuticals, retailers. And I am so confident in our team. We have combined over 70 years experience as business entrepreneurs, CEOs. We've all founded companies. We understand marketing and exit strategies. And our competition is banned. It's worn also, but it does not have a patent. It doesn't have a sealed blister pack, and the quality is not as good as Ready Bands. We plan to use the 10K funding for
That is
marketing.
time, Sally. So wrap up your comment and then we'll move to questions.
Okay, thank you so much for your interest. And we're looking forward to getting as many Ready Bands on people to be ready with Ready Bands. Thank you.
Well done, Sally. Thank you
Okay.
very much. I'm just wondering, how do you sell this product to someone that's not had a heart attack before? I would imagine that it would go, easier for those who have had heart attacks and have survived heart attacks. But how do you sell, or is that even a market that you go after?
It's definitely a market we go after because, like we know, everyone knows someone who has had a heart attack. So this is really the beauty of it, is a little first aid kit right available. So we are all prepared if we're with someone and they're having symptoms. So I have talked to several people, and several people have individually wanted and have purchased them, thinking of their friend or husband or wife, or to be ready, just like a little CPR kit. This is life-saving. So it's a huge market potential.
Hi, Sally. The thing that I was wondering is, it seems so practical, great, but yet you have all kinds of bands that people are being asked to wear now. From the Apple Watch to, for my father, I have the emergency that connects to something in the house in case he falls or something like that. This is another band. How do you? I know you said you have this patented, but how do you really protect against that? Because it seems that people are going to want to consolidate and just have one instead of having to wear several. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we're going to mitigate that from happening by focusing on partnerships and wholesale orders. So we're going right to the hospitals and those kind of markets that have the greatest amount of interest, first of all, and that the quantity of sales would be higher based on, we're focusing on wholesale. We're not going to put it on the internet and sell individually. So we're addressing it that way. And also the beauty of it, when we redesigned it just last year, we made it now adjustable. So I'll show you here. This is the new one, just fresh off of our tooling, and it's adjustable. And the blister packs also are available for sale just individually. You can buy the blister pack. So perhaps if someone feels more comfortable taking the sealed blister pack, keeping it in their pocket, keeping it in their purse, that's a beautiful option now too.
Okay.
And this is our, premier product is a bracelet, but we also, on our patent, every appendage on the body is covered. So we plan, after rolling out the premier product, to add a product line. So necklaces, we even got you covered on shoelaces. So for, athletes, you're in a marathon like my kids are, and they want it right there on their shoelace. So we'll have those products available too.
Hey, Sally, great job.
Thank you.
My question is around your sales forecast. You're going from prototype to look like about maybe a tick under 2 million units in 4 years. And I hear you're going directly to the retailers and hospitals, but the competition to get shelf space in the retailers, and I'm sure hospitals are getting calls every day from people wanting the hospitals to take their product. where do you have the expertise and what is the plan to actually be successful in getting into retailers and hospitals?
Mm-hmm. Well, our team is, like I said, very connected. They have connections in the hospitals already, and we've made conversations with the VA hospital. We're very excited about that. We have maybe, hopefully, something in the works with Mid-Michigan Hospital in Midland. And so we have those established, and now the fact that we do have the patent behind it gives us a lot of encouragement there. Like I said, we have the ability to now sell the blister packs individually as well. And the numbers that I'm giving you, the sales numbers, is just for US alone. So we've already looked into, getting international patents, because heart disease is the #1 killer worldwide. So we're talking, just right now, these estimates are based on US sales alone. So
have you had conversations with any of the pharmacies yet? The Walgreens of the world?
not the Walgreens yet, because we're starting, like I said, with wholesale orders. So we have had conversations with the VA hospital. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
That is time. Thank you so much, Sally. Great job.
Thank you.
Great job, Sally. All right. Now to round out the growth category and our competition this evening, we have last but certainly not least, Britta Carlson joining us also from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. She is up in Marquette. Hi, Britta. How are you doing?
Great. Thank you, Ellie, for the introduction.
Good. All right. So you're going to present on that screen behind you. Is that right?
Absolutely. No, I'm sharing my screen right now.
Okay. I don't see your shared screen on here. So if you just want to go ahead and do that.
Absolutely.
We'll get it going. The screen share. All about the screen share tonight. All right, and this is just a reminder to everyone out there watching that after Britta goes, we are going to be moving into our audience choice vote. So we are almost there. All right, Britta, it looks like you are good to go. So here's how this works. When you start talking, Laura is going to start her 3-minute timer, and when she calls time, you may finish your thought or your sentence. So the next time you start, she'll start timing. Good luck.
Thank you. Welcome to MedPro Share. I'm Britta Carlson, CEO and founder. As an occupational therapist working in the schools, I identified a problem that I wanted to solve that impacts many. As practitioners, we're creating treatment plans and patient handouts and home programs all in different locations, but for the same need and diagnoses. Instead of leveraging those resources and creating a database where we can upload and share those resources. Imagine no more filing cabinets, files being lost on your desktop, digging for that perfect patient handout. MedPro Share combines all that industry knowledge into one specific e-database, combining treatment and diagnosis codes as well as keyword search. It's the control find that we've been needing in healthcare in the 21st century. That's how MedPro Share was born. It provides accessibility to share peer-reviewed and vetted protocols as well as products to create both confident and competent practitioners to both promote and standardize patient outcomes using data analytics. At MedPro Share, we believe in prosumerism, where the medical professional, the corporation, as well as the business can both upload and sell and get paid passive income as well as search and download content for knowledge retention. While working on my master's in occupational therapy, our team received the New Researcher Award from the American Society for Hand Therapists. MedPro Share utilizes patent-pending algorithmic processes that identify which treatment is most effective specific to the diagnosis. That gets the patient returned to life the fastest. That matters to you and your loved one. There are additional elements that I'd love to share that disrupt healthcare, but I'm not yet at liberty to share due to the patent-pending process. Currently, there's over 200 medical professions. The market is huge, and the best outcome is the assurance of how to return patients to life the fastest. It's a profitable model where the seller sets their price, capturing 80% of that sale, with 20% going to the platform. I want to give you a quick example. As a school-based occupational therapist, I'd love to upload and sell my resources to create an additional revenue stream, in addition to searching top leading countries in education and download those therapist outcomes to bring them home to my rural district in Eben, Michigan. Let me show you what it looks like. MedPro Share is along the top here. You can see that we've looked at other existing marketplaces and differentiated ourselves by creating an IP protection process, peer review process, data analytics, continuing ed credits, which we all need anyways, as well as products that are tied to diagnosis and treatment code. In addition, manufacturer match to bring in new and homegrown products. As you can see here, Teachers Pay Teachers have cracked this code, generating 1 billion with a B in annual sales. And currently, school-based therapists are leveraging a teaching-based platform for that with 1.2 million in downloads. I'd like to thank my team. And if you could take a second to pull up your camera on your phone and pull up the QR code, you can scan for more information to learn about us. I appreciate your time and I thank you. Should I stop screen sharing, Ellie?
Yep.
There you
go.
Great job, Britta.
Thank you.
So you have a lot going on here. You have, diagnoses, the treatment plans, CRE credits, whatnot. How are you going to roll these out? And are you going to roll them out together? Do you have a plan to roll out certain these products and services separately, or how are you going to do that?
Absolutely. Thank you for your question, Kim. I really appreciate it. I've had great mentorship through the MEDC in both Smart Zones in Marquette and Houghton. And through their advisement, we've realized that Teachers Pay Teachers has over 250,000 downloadable documents for therapists just on the wrong platform. So the first three things that I learned through the Smart Zones was problem, protect, and partner. So currently we're in the protection phase. And the third step there would be partnering. I'd like to partner with Teachers Pay Teachers and show them the systems that I've built in place to protect them and take their market to a whole nother level into the medical field.
Have you met them yet? Or do they know about you?
Currently, I'm finishing the patent process, and then absolutely, this is a stepping stone to create the contacts that we need at Teachers Pay Teachers.
Interesting.
Thank you.
That puts a whole different spin on it. So I didn't realize that's how you were achieving the growth. I was wondering, I saw that you do have a website up. Does
Yes.
that current website utilize the patented technology that you're talking about, or is that a next phase?
Not until I gain the capital, Deborah. Great question. And that's why I'm here today, to garner those funds that would be applied to the patent process, and then to gain the capital or to go right into acquisition.
Okay.
Great job. I love the UP and Marquette and Houghton incubators, so it's very exciting to hear what's coming out of those. So I'm very happy that you utilize both of them. That's great. I'm like Kim, there's a lot going on here. Wow, mind blowing. And so are you like simultaneously trying to get people to upload at the same time? Because your money's made on the download end, right?
Correct.
Okay, but you obviously need people to put stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
So am I understanding the business model correctly?
Yes, and each user is $7.99 a month. So we rationalize that by basically a latte a month, correct? And currently, if we partner with Teachers Pay Teachers, we initially have those 250,000 documents that have over 1.2 million downloads currently. And then other partners that we'd like to reach out to are LHC Consulting Group that have 30,000 therapists. Other partners include Mayo Clinic, U of M, that have databases of knowledge that are not currently accessible quickly when you're in a patient room and you want to provide them with a handout.
So, and I'll ask real quick, because I know
Absolutely.
the ladies may have another. I'm trying to figure out who certifies, who says this is a genuine, certified, authentic treatment plan?
Absolutely. I love the question. And that's something that Teachers Pay Teachers right now is missing. We have a consortium of experts that vet, just as you would see on Instagram, the blue flag as a vetted professional based on their education level as well as their years of experience. And then we're then capturing the knowledge that would traditionally be lost when retirees retire and capturing that knowledge. And then we've built in a continuous feedback loop so that those documents can be continually improved instead of falling to the bottom of the barrel, right? Because it's old data or old research. We can improve those documents with those experts and raise them to the next level, generating another additional revenue stream there.
So can you clarify for me what's the benefit for teachers pay teachers to partner with you? It sounds like they have a pretty robust business going on right now. I think I missed that. Can you clarify that again?
Yeah, the benefit for Teachers Pay Teachers is we've taken a look at what they're missing, and they're in some hot water with a lot of lawsuits in regards to, one example is when I looked at the therapy resources available on Teachers Pay Teachers, some of those resources are created by teachers that are tagging them as therapy resources. So you don't have a therapist prescribing school-based outcomes for therapy. You have a teacher that's selling her resources and saying she's a therapist, right? So that's a problem right there. So that's where I've looked at, okay, we need to vet these people. We need to have an expert review them and approve them before they get to that process, and they need to be trademarked.
Okay, so that is more of people-based. Like you have to get a group of experts to do that. What does the patented technology then add to this?
Because of the data.
The data. Okay.
The value is in the data, how many downloads, as well as when I mentioned that new researcher award, we took a specific diagnoses, paired that with different treatment codes through the ICD-10, right? And took a look at those and said, which treatment is most effective for that diagnosis? Because that's what we should be using today, and I don't understand why that doesn't exist yet. I should be able to type in, here's your diagnosis, these are the top 5 ranked treatment plans by the numbers to get you discharged from my care fastest. And we figured out how to do that, and that's what.
So you would organize a system for organizing all the data and the information so that you can search on it.
Yep, it's just an equation.
All right, I have to jump in. We are over time. Great job. Thank you so much, Britta.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Great job, Britta. We'll talk to you later. Okay, so at this time, there you have it. Those are all 8 pitches this evening. So we are going to have our judges leave StreamYard. They're going to go to a super top secret, requires the highest level of security clearance to enter Microsoft Teams meeting where they are going to deliberate. So we're going to send you on your way. So we'll see you all a little bit later. Thank you very much. All right, Laura, it's you and me.
Here we are.
You did a great job timing, by the way, because that's like,
thank you.
Like so nerve-wracking. Like, am I going to hit the wrong button? What if a phone call comes in? You did such a great job. Okay,
thank you.
So at this point, we are actually going to move into the Audience Choice Award. Ooh, this is the exciting part. Probably the second most exciting part of the evening, because the first is obviously when we announce the winners, but this is what everyone waits for. So with that, we are using a Google form to have you vote for your favorite pitch this evening. Out of all 8, only one will get the $1,000 Audience Choice Award. So with that, let's put that link into the comments section on both Facebook and YouTube. Go ahead, click that Google form link on the first page. We're just going to ask for some basic information from you. And then you move on to the second page where you're actually able to vote for your favorite pitch this evening. They were all so good, weren't they, Laura?
They were. I thought everybody did a great job. So it'll be a tough competition. It'll be a tough choice for the judges to figure out who's going to take which place.
What do you think is the virtual equivalent of a fly on a wall in like a Zoom meeting or a Microsoft Teams meeting? Because that's kind of what I want to be right now. Like, it's just like, I have FOMO really bad. Like, I want to be in there. I want to know what's going on. So
I know.
All right. Remember, vote for your favorite pitch this evening using that Google form link in both the Facebook and YouTube comments section, whichever platform you're using to watch. Your winner, the audience winner, will receive $1,000 tonight, which is really exciting. So while you're doing that, I have Laura Tomasi Miller here, who is a relatively new member to our MWF team. And Laura, I wanted to tell everyone actually a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes that they may not be seeing. So all of our finalists are actually in a separate Zoom meeting, and we're calling that our green room. And they're with one of our MWF staff members, Tanisha Greer. And
Yes.
Tanisha is our neighborhood resource and intake coordinator.
Mhm.
So she is with the ladies in the, shout out to Tanisha, she's with the ladies in the Zoom room right now, in the green room. And I will say, from our Grand Rapids pitch competition last week, someone said that Tanisha made the green room really fun and stress-free. So I know
I
that
believe
she's doing
it.
a fantastic job to keep everybody just like grounded and breathing, because otherwise it could be a really, really nerve-wracking experience.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
why don't you take us through what happens when someone's interested in any of our products or services here at MWF? Who do they talk to, and then what happens from there?
Yeah, well, it's funny you bring up Tanisha, because Tanisha is the engine that keeps the Women's Entrepreneurship Initiative team running. Everybody who wants to participate in a program, if you're coming to us for a microloan, if you need technical assistance, sometimes even if you're interested in the pitch competition, or if you need a referral to a partner for another resource, 99% of the time, your first stop, your first conversation will be with Tanisha Greer. So Tanisha is the guru of all of the resources at MWF, even beyond into some of our statewide partners, like I said. And so Tanisha can help help you complete your intake form if you're interested in MWF programs. She'll explain all of the options. She'll help match you to whatever the right program is and help you get your information collected and submitted into the system so that we can get you moving. Or she'll refer you to a partner that might be a better fit if you need something that MWF can't do. So Tanisha is very knowledgeable, and in that role, exactly like you're describing her demeanor backstage, she's really helpful. If you are an entrepreneur who has an idea, or you are in need, if you're a little frantic and looking for something, she's the perfect person to talk to, because she can get you where you need to go.
Frantic. I wouldn't know anything about that in 2020 or 2021.
Right? Especially entrepreneurs. I've owned a business myself. So, but yeah, so once you get past that part, Tanisha will often introduce you to another member of our team. I am a loan officer, so I do microloans and technical assistance. I have a colleague, Jennifer, who does microloans and technical assistance focusing in Washtenaw County in the greater Lansing area. And, we have team members beyond that. But absolutely, if you are interested or need any support, if you're an entrepreneur, our pitch competition is limited to women entrepreneurs, but our other programs are not. So any entrepreneur is welcome to connect with us. And so if anyone is interested in learning more, please reach out. And yeah, your first conversation will be with Tanisha. Shout out to her.
Awesome. All right. And I can see her right now. I have a multi-screen setup right now, so I know she's talking with everybody in Zoom. They're having a good time. She's keeping them chill. All right. So make sure you get in those votes. We have about 1 more minute. Use that Google form that is in the live chat of both YouTube and Facebook. We'll just collect a little bit of information, then you get to get that vote in. Remember, that winner gets $1,000 tonight. It could go to someone who is going to be a first, second, third place winner. It could go to someone who doesn't place, can go to anybody. It's just your audience favorite. So thank you, Laura, so much for joining us, for timing. You do a fantastic job. We'll see you back here on February 16th. Keep those fingers nimble on your phone.
Yes.
Yeah. And all right, thanks so much. We'll let you
Thank
go
you.
and enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right.
Okay, so getting those last minute votes in, and then I think we're gonna wrap that up. I'm very excited to see who the audience choice winner is going to be, and we'll announce that a little bit later with the other finalists, or with the other winners rather. So, usually when we do this program in person, we have some of our previous winners come and speak with us and share with us what their experience was like during the pitch. What do they remember? What have they done since winning? How has their business grown? What obstacles have they overcome? And what things have they had to deal with? And so right now, we obviously are not able to have these previous winners in person, but we were able to put together a video showcasing some of our winners from last year's pitch competition. So watch this.
My name is Bree Mackerick. I'm the founder of Bright Bites, and I won last year's growth category in Jackson, Michigan for the Michigan Women Forward pitch.
My name is Katie Dodge, and I am the owner of Happy Cat Cafe, which is Grand Rapids' first cat cafe. We opened in 2017, but we are finally reopening this year with our full concept. I am the winner of the lifestyle category of WomanUp and Pitch last year. And I also won the audience award, so I was a double winner.
My name is Kathy Sullivan, and I'm the owner of Sidecar Bartending, and I was the winner of last year's pitch competition in the lifestyle category.
I have done a lot of pitches before, so I wasn't as nervous as I have been in my previous, but this one felt really intense. There was a lot of good companies there and just a lot of power in the room, I wanted to say. But I did have a good experience. Obviously, the money did help a lot growing our business, but even besides that, we got to meet so many other amazing companies that we were competing against in the same category, in different categories. And then I really got to network with some people from Consumers who were the sponsor, and actually kept in touch with some of the people after that.
I would say my favorite part of the experience, besides winning, was probably spending the time with my coach. And I also really loved the Jennifer Maxwell time where we got to learn about how to give a great presentation, as well as get to know all the other contestants. So we were in a workshop together for a few hours. And honestly, the coolest part about the competition has been the friends I made. So the other people that were in my category that I actually pitched against, I've become quite good friends with, to the point where we've met and gotten coffee and met their kids, and we give each other business advice. And, you know, some of them, like, you know, the oven mitt is not open anymore. You know, she sold her business. And then there's some that are like skyrocketing and taking off, like root functional medicine is like insanely awesome in the growth category. So I just love being part of like the community all together, and like having met all these other incredible women.
My experience in the competition was great. First and foremost, the immediate impact was the publicity that I received from winning the competition. My friends and family and clients all shared on social media that I had won the competition, and they were really excited, which got clients really excited, and just generated a lot of excitement about my business and got the word out about my business. So that was the immediate impact that winning the competition had on my business. Secondly, the money that I won, this allowed me to invest in my business. I was able to get my keg cocktails started and off the ground, and purchase product for me to sell. And probably the biggest impact the competition had on me was the confidence that it gave me to keep me moving forward in my business.
It is a lot of work to prep for the competition. You're working with your coach and your business plan, but it really makes you slow down and think through things that you can't just say, oh, I don't want to work on that today. I don't know, or that's too confusing. Your coach is someone that is going to ask you those tough questions, just like the judges will. So I think preparing for these competitions is a really good time to focus on the hard things, because those will show as your weak spots to the judges.
Congratulations on getting this far. I know it's a lot of work. I'm sure all of you thought of quitting 1, 2, 3 times during the process, but just know that you're going to be better off that you went through it.
Thank you, Consumers Energy Foundation, for all your support, and good luck to all the 2021 pitch competition participants.
Hello, I am Alexis Dishman, Chief Lending Officer at Michigan Women Forward. None of this would be possible without our sponsor, Consumers Energy Foundation. Now let's watch the video.
When you think about caring for your community, what comes to mind? Maybe it's improving education or encouraging workforce development, fighting hunger, or eliminating homelessness. Preserving the environment, or supporting the arts. Consumers Energy has been giving back to Michigan for well over a century. We've been helping local communities grow and thrive through the Consumers Energy Foundation. Last year, Consumers Energy, our charitable foundation, employees and retirees gave over $19 million to Michigan nonprofit organizations. We're investing in what's most important to Michigan, its people, our planet, and Michigan's prosperity. Since the COVID-19 pandemic began, we have continued to provide vital funding and resources to nonprofits across the state. These nonprofits are providing some of the most critical resources to the Michigan communities hit hardest by the impacts of COVID-19. The Consumers Energy Foundation cares about all of our Michigan communities. Let's take a look at the impact we had in your region this past year. For more information on how the Consumers Energy Foundation is caring for our communities, visit consumersenergy.com/foundation.
Hello. Here with us this evening is Carolyn Bloodworth, Secretary and Treasurer of Consumers Energy Foundation, to say a few words. Welcome, Carolyn. We are so delighted to have you with us this evening, and we're so thankful for the generous support of the Consumers Energy Foundation. Did you enjoy listening to the pitches as much as I did? I certainly did.
I sure did, Alexis. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful I am not a judge. I just have to say, they have such a tough decision to make. I'm really thrilled to be here this evening, and also grateful this is virtual, given the weather that we're experiencing.
I know.
I'm so grateful. We had a few contestants that might have driven a few minutes just to get to Jackson, but really proud, really proud. I have to give a shout out to my colleague Roger Curtis, who's serving as a judge tonight. I know he has been looking forward to this so much. Consumers Energy is dedicated to ensuring Michigan businesses and communities are growing and thriving. That includes creating opportunities for entrepreneurs who can bring critical new ideas to the table, like those of you that were able to see these great entrepreneurs today. This past year has been a huge challenge for entrepreneurs, and we're so proud that Consumers Energy Foundation has been able to provide $200,000 in support of Michigan Women Forward's Michigan Entrepreneur Resilience Fund to help women-owned businesses survive during the pandemic. And that was part of $2.5 million that we have done to support small businesses, women and minority-owned small businesses in particular. We know there's going to be more to do, and we're so grateful for all that Michigan Women Forward is doing on behalf of women-owned small business. As I check my records, I'm really thrilled to say that we've contributed more than $1.2 million to Michigan Women Forward, its women entrepreneurship initiatives, and other vital programming. We're so thankful to be here with you, and also, more importantly, just participating in today's event. I've enjoyed hearing these pitches, and I'm so excited to present today's winners. But before we virtually hand out the prizes, I just want to thank all the finalists for sharing their vision and plans for growth. At Consumers Energy, we work for people, the planet, and Michigan's prosperity, and we know that small businesses are critical to a prosperous economy. Thank you so much for your great pitches. Your hard work is going to take you a long way, and it's going to position our state very, very well for many years to come.
Thank you so much again, Carolyn, and thank you to the Consumers Energy Foundation. Thank you for being here with us tonight and being a part of Michigan Women Forward and our work. Without the Consumers Energy Foundation, these competitions and so many of our other programs would not be available or possible. Thank you. Michigan Women Forward accelerates women's entrepreneurship through providing access to capital, education, and mentorship to start or grow successful businesses. Women in business receive just 7% of the venture funds for their startups. This is a bleak number considering the growth of entrepreneurship in the United States. 57.4% of the SBA microloan programs went to women-owned businesses. Men receive an average loan size of $43,000, while women receive an average of $37,000, almost $5,000 less. Through Michigan Women Forward's WomanUp entrepreneurial initiative, we work to eliminate barriers to business ownership, profitability, and growth for women. Our goal is to make entrepreneurship less difficult so women have an equal chance at success. Michigan Women Forward's goal is to provide entrepreneurs with collaborative opportunities to determine what resources will best assist them in building and growing their businesses. We offer a broad range of education opportunities, one-on-one meetings, conferences, and workshops. At MWF, we are here to support women entrepreneurs at every stage of their business. We are focused on helping women create sustainable businesses that enable them to take off and take care of their families while creating a legacy. We recognize that even the most promising businesses, new or existing, have difficulty attaining much needed capital. To help entrepreneurs, Michigan Women Forward offers funding resources to start, build, and grow successful businesses. Through Michigan Women Forward's microloan program, we are able to provide entrepreneurs with loans up to $50,000 regardless of the stage of their business. Typical terms are 3 to 5 years. Michigan Women Forward believes women-owned business have the greatest chance of success when they explore, strategize, and learn from other entrepreneurs. If you are interested in learning or hearing more about Michigan Women Forward's entrepreneurship initiative, please go to our website at www.miwf.org. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you, Alexis. So great to hear about all of the wonderful programs and services that we offer here at MWF, and definitely want people to stay connected with us. This is a reminder, you can follow us on all of our social media platforms. So thanks so much, Alexis. We're going to let you go. We're going to get to the moment that everybody has been waiting for this evening, and that is the announcement of our winners. So I'm going to invite back to the broadcast to join me Carolyn Casson, President and CEO of Michigan Women Forward, and Carolyn Bloodworth, Secretary and Treasurer of the Consumers Energy Foundation. Hello, ladies. Did you enjoy the pitches this evening?
Fantastic. Is there any doubt that women can do anything?
No question.
No question. Good to see you, Carolyn.
Great to see you too.
I just came out of the judges where they were trying to decide the winners, and it was tense, and there was a lot of arm wrestling, but finally I think they came to conclusions that you'll all be proud of.
That's great. I'm sure that they did it. Without further ado, we're going to start with the lifestyle category this evening, and within the lifestyle category, we actually have our audience choice winner. So we're going to start with the audience choice winner tonight for Carolyn Bloodworth, $1,000.
$1,000.
Both of the Carolyns, I need to show you something that I rigged together. Check this out.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
We have a drum roll. Okay,
Very
so I
good.
just had to get through the first one last week, and then I was like, all right, what can we do? We got the drum roll. So when you tell me to give you a drum roll, I'm going to give you a drum roll, and then Carolyn Casson, you can announce the winner. So I'm going to go off, and I'm going to let you both do your thing.
All right.
All right.
Go ahead, Carolyn.
The winner of the $1,000 audience choice is
Blue Wave. Hey, could you hear that drum roll? Good job. You knocked it out of the park. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, that was fantastic.
That was great. Yeah, I'm glad Carolyn's here helping me because, you know, she's, if it weren't for Carolyn, we wouldn't be here tonight. She's the one that made sure that Consumers Energy gave us the resources so that we could pay these prizes out. So thank you, Carolyn. It's really great to have you here.
It is absolutely our honor and pleasure. I'm just sorry we can't give them the big checks because you and I love the big checks.
We love those big checks. Right.
We really do. We really do. But I think we have some folks waiting for some results.
Okay.
So I think we start with our lifestyle category. The third place winner will be winning
$2,500. And that's I Am Genius. Candace!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. It was hard. It was very close on a lot of these things. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job. Great job. Wonderful. Okay. Lifestyle category, second place winner, we received $5,000.
Drum roll, please. And it is Blue Wave Wellbeing. It's fun to have two people. That's great. Congratulations. You clearly tonight was your night.
It was. High fives. High five. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. All right. So the lifestyle first place winner winning a prize of $10,000 is
10,000 hard-earned Consumers Energy dollars. Riker's Dog Treats.
Thank you.
Yeah, when you ate the dog treat, you had us all.
Thank you, everybody.
That's fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's so exciting.
I hope you're taking pictures of the reactions. I know you are.
We're going to get some screenshots for sure. All right. Congratulations, Leslie. Okay, we just have to wait for some of our growth contestants to get into the feed here. So let's just give it a couple of minutes. Not even a couple of minutes, like a few seconds here. So I see a couple. All right. So our audience choice winner was Blue Wave Wellbeing. So the audience choice is done for this evening. So they get $1,000. So that combines, this really adds up when you think about it. So that combines with their second place prize of $5,000. They get $6,000 tonight. That's not bad for a night's work, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's a great night so far. A great night.
Definitely. All right. Well, I think, go ahead.
So if we're ready to go, Ellie, you got your drum set ready?
We are. We have everyone here. All the growth contestants are here. So take it away.
Okay. So our growth winner for third place will receive $2,500.
This was another one where there was crossed out. And finally, drum roll, ready bands.
Thank you.
Good job. Good job.
Great job. And how perfect on Go Red. It's Go Red time. So
right.
perfect.
Heart
so
health.
absolutely perfect. Yes. So our growth winner for second place, $5,000.
Community Health Focus.
Yay! Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Wonderful.
Great job. Wonderful. Wonderful. We're kind of in a health kick here, Carolyn. My
We are.
goodness.
We are.
And-
Well, yeah.
Well, we'll see. We will see. So first place winner in the growth category, winning $10,000.
CK Culture Kombucha.
Yay! Thank you so much.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. What an incredible opportunity.
Congratulations.
Send us all some.
That's the one thing we miss. We don't get to taste it.
I know. No food, no dog treats, no pain relief, no nothing. If we were together, we would have all of it.
Definitely.
All right. Well, thank you, Carolyn. Thank you again to Consumers Energy for all your hard work, your commitment to this. You love this. I know you love to give away money, and I know you love to see women succeed. So thank you for that continued commitment. Thank you also to our other sponsors, Independent Bank, and to the judges who worked so hard. Deborah, Kim, and Roger, I thought you did a great job, and we really appreciate all the work it takes. It's no easy thing to make these really, really tough and close decisions. So thank you. I want to thank the coaches. Each one of these women have had a coach, and they've been working with them and practicing with them. And so they're all volunteers as well, as are the reviewers who narrowed it down from 150 to 26. And so we just want to say thank you. It takes a big group of people to put on something like this and to help entrepreneurs. Special thanks to Ellie, who makes it all look easy and is patient with all of us when we can't quite get the technology right. Laura, for being a great timekeeper. You make it look easy. Alexis and everyone at the MWF staff. Judy behind the scenes. You don't see all this behind the scenes stuff going on. Kenneth doing the judging and making sure that that our numbers are all correct and that we've added and subtracted properly. So thanks to most of all, of course, to all of you who pitched tonight. Every one of you is a winner. And now you're part of the MWF family of entrepreneurs. You've had the courage to follow your dreams. And we want you to know that here at MWF, we're right there beside you. We'll be behind you when you need us and you fall. We'll pick you up and we'll push you forward sometimes when you need some help. So thank you so much. If this isn't enough pitch competition for you, tune in on Tuesday, February 16th for our Detroit competition. Thank you so much. Good night. Stay healthy and stay safe.